gentlemen, hello. I'm gonna introduce you the RIFE mode to upfps your video. It's a AI method to interpolation the video based on the pictures in it. You may using the hybrid. Hybrid is using the SVP flow to interpolation. I think that is a basic use, in my opinion. This RIFE mode is the same as the DEIN, you may know. I don't remember, it's DEIN or DAIN. Maybe DAIN. Yeah, it's DAIN method. You may knew it. After the DAIN mode becomes after the DAIN, another named CAIN mode appeared. But both DAIN, CAIN is very heavy to the CPU or GPU, and they must need the NVIDIA GPU to achieve the interpolation. So I'm still searching and found this RIFE ncnn vulkan GitHub project. It's from a Chinese programmer. He used the ncnn and the vulkan to implement the RIFE mode. RIFE, in my opinion, is better than DAIN and CAIN because the result of RIFE is a little bit lower than the DAIN and CAIN, but the speed of RIFE is maybe double the speed than those two. So I choose this and use the ncnn vulkan implement of it. So you can enter this GitHub page and download it. Let's download it. Here, if you are using the Windows platform, click here, and it's starting to download automatically. If you want to use this, you have to know a little bit about FFmpeg. But if you don't know how to use the FFmpeg, don't worry. I will do the steps and you can just follow it. Here we got the zip. Let's copy it to disk C to make the program faster. Let's unzip it. So the unzip is completed. Now we can see the main programs and folders in it. Let's change this name just RIFE so it will be easier to introduce it. Then you should install the FFmpeg on your computer. If you have installed it, let's just skip this step. So you come the ffmpg.org and click download. You can choose any of it. Maybe the other. So you can choose any of this, and just these two, just the provider of the package. Let's roll it down and found the release. On the release and ffmpg release for the 7Z. Let's click this. It should be downloaded automatically. After you download the ffmpg, you should unzip it. Maybe I have unzipped it already. Yeah, it's here. So this is ffmpg folders. Next step, you should install the ffmpg. Let's right-click your computer and choose property. This advanced system setting and choose environment. So here we click path, this path, and click edit. In here you can see I have added the ffmpg folder into it. So if this one is not exist, you should click the add and add the ffmpg folder to it. That means the bin in it. Let's copy the ffmpg path and click click copy. Click edit. No, not edit. Click add. Then copy the path and add the bin folder. Then click OK. Because I have added it, so I'm gonna click cancel. After this, you should do the same way to the lower one. That's path. Click edit. Click add. The same thing, like we just say the same thing, and click OK. So after this, your ffmpg is installed successfully on your computer. If you want to check it, you can go to your CMD and just tap the ffmpg space and version. Click enter. So if you saw this, the FFmpeg version copyright, it means your FFmpeg is successfully installed. So after all this installment, you can use the RIFE finally. Let's back to the temp folder and choose the test. Choose the test and delete the zip. So I'm gonna use RIFE to interpolation this video. First step, we should make the video into pictures. Let's come back to the CMD. And we got help here. We got help here. This help file I will upload afterwards. So this is all things. So let's first get into this path. That means this. So we can see we go into this folder. Then we should use FFmpeg to make the video into pictures. That means we should input this and input, no, not this line. This line is don't need to. We just need this line. And change the video name to same as ours. So this command will make the video into pictures. The command says we need input frames to hold the pictures results. So we should create a new folder, make it names input frames. The input frames is the original frames and the pictures from text video. So it's the same, and we can run the program, run the command. So you can see the pictures is starting to come here. If you see, it will create every frames separately from the video. So the extracting is complete. Next time we can use the RIFE to interpolation all the videos. We still back to the CMD. I closed it accidentally. And then we use the RIFE to do this job. That means we should run the RIFE that's this program. So we found this program and copy the path to it. Go into this folder. So we are here. We are in this folder in here, and run the RIFE ncnn vulkan space. That means we gonna run this program, and then we should input the input frames folder to let the program know which original frames needs to be interpolated. And then we should set the output folder to hold the output frames. And then we should add more things such as G. That means which GPU should we using? That means we should choose a number to make the program know which GPU to use. In here, you can check your GPU ID. This core GPU is 0, and the Radeon separately GPU number is 1. But my AMD driver is not the newest, so it's not supported on my platform. I'm gonna use the 0, but I know you got the 2060 Super, so you can check yours GPU ID to specify it. So I'm gonna use the core GPU to do this job. The other things you can check them, but in here, this dump tutorial, I'm gonna just like this. So enter. So check it again. Oh, we don't have this folder, so we should create a new folder here named output frames. And this output frames is in this path, so we should specify it. If you don't specify this, the output frames folder will go into this folder. So whatever, does not influence the program. Let's hit enter. Yeah, my enter click is input frames. So we should also specify the input frames path. I guess. Okay, it started. Let's wait. This GPU is gonna go to 100% load. In here, this GUI, you can't see the proceed of this program. So let we check the folder, the output frames folder, to see the process. You can see he has interpolated 9 frames or pictures. And we check the input frames. See, there are wholly 408 frames. So it will create, let me think, create 480 frames between these frames. So the output frames will be almost 1000 frames. Okay, let's just wait. Okay, the interpolation frames has been done. And next step, we need to make those interpolated frames. That means 962 frames. We should make them, or say rip them into one video. We still use the help file to copy the script. Let's check the original frame rate. we can use the FFM probe to check the frame rate. Let's tape the FFM probe and just drag the original video into it and hit enter. And we can see the metadata here. Let's say the original video is 23.98 FPS. So when we double frame it, it turns to the double. Let's calculate it. That means the double frame version is 47.952. So we should copy this and go into the FFmpeg. We change the frame to we can just use the 48 setting, and it is the input path. Let's copy the path and paste it in here. Here we don't need the audio, and set the CRF, let's say 17, and we should set the output path. So if after we run this command, FFmpeg can make the output frames which have been interpolated into one MP4 video with 48 frames. Let's check this out and hit enter. Okay, the video rip is done. Next step, we should make the audio into it. The audio, we just use the original audio. So we use FFmpeg. We input the original video and disable the video track. For audio track, we use copy, and we output it as audio. That will be done fastly. And then we should make the original audio and the output video together, because the output video there's no audio in it. We input the output video and input the original audio and make the codec copy. Then we set the output path, use it as final. So it has been done, and let's check this out. This is the interpolated version. It's the interpolated version. The frame rate of it is 48 FPS, and let's check the original vision. This is the original video, and it's 24 FPS. and we can make it compared side by side. The left one is the original version, and the right one is the interpolated version. The left one is 24 FPS, and the right one is 48 FPS. Let's check this out. So it is the way to interpolate it use RIFE AI mode. It has been done here. If you follow the steps as me, you just can double frame. If you want to set the specific FPS, such as 24 FPMs to 60 FPM, you can check the tutorial or guidance on RIFE ncnn vulkan page or RIFE original page. If you have the NVIDIA GPU, you can just check the RIFE page and his tutorial, because the original use may be easier. Okay, that's it. One more thing to add, if you not just want to double frame the original video, but convert them into a specific FPS, I recommend to do this job again. That means you use the output frame folder as the input frame folder one more time, and make it for double and double. That means 4 times frames rate, and then on the last step you convert them into your specific frame rate. That means here is my tutorial help scripts. First, you should extract frames from the original video. Then next step, you should interpolate the video. That means double frame video, and then put the double frames into one video. That means you have got a double frame video, and then pack the audio. If you want to, such as in this case, we make a 48 FPS video from the 24 frame video. So if we want to make it into 60 FPS video, what should I do? We use the output frames, not into this path. We just use the output frames as the input frames one more time, and do the same thing again, and make it into, let's say, 48 doubles equals 96 frames, the output frames folder, and use that output frames folder to do the third step, and set the FPMs as your separate. That means should be lower than the 96 frame, such as 60 frame. Sure, you can just use the 96 frames, of course, and do the third step. Okay, that's all.